This is Kilo, and I'm going to show you guys today how to program, deprogram, set, reset user codes, programming codes, and even adjust the volume on your Schlage model BE365 Deadbolt. So this will be a multi-part video, and I will leave timestamps to all of the different steps in the description below. So if you guys are already, past certain steps, you can go ahead and skip ahead. So right off the bat, if you guys just purchased a home, we'll go ahead and use that scenario for this video. You might have purchased your house and this lock is on your door and you want to go ahead and keep it if you could just reset the code. I recommend always resetting it back to factory settings, as you don't know if that's the only code for this lock. If the owner, tells you, yeah, the code is 1234, that might work, but they could have had, a cleaning crew before they moved out come in, and each one of them had their own code, and the construction crew might have had a code. Landscapers might have had a code. You never know how many people. They could have had a dog walker, multiple neighbors that watched over the home, could all have their own separate code to get into your home. So I recommend anytime you come across one of these, reset it back to factory. That way you know all of the codes are out of the system. I will show you that as well in a different part of this video. So first of all, what we're going to do is, let's say that we just moved in, they gave us a key or they gave us a code, and we get inside. We're going to disassemble the lock, and on the inside, let's say we don't have the paperwork anymore, you will have your programming code, which is this 6-digit code right here at the top. It's on this lock, it's 476353. On your lock, it'll be something different. And under that, you will have user code A and B. These will be the two default codes to get into the lock. So to lock and unlock it, those will be your codes. Now, let's say that the owner changed all of this, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. But let's say that none of this works when you take it apart. And it doesn't matter even if it did. You don't know how many locks or how many people have a code. So what you're going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and reconnect this for just a moment. So once you have this, disconnected, you're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it here at the wires. But if you want to, you could just go ahead and leave this connected and disconnect the battery if you want. And from here, you're going to hold the Schlage button for a second, and then just let go. From there, you can go ahead and reconnect your battery. Pretty simple. And from here, you're going to press and hold the Schlage button until it turns green. From here, it is now reset to where all of these codes are back to factory. So now our programming code is 476353. And you'll hear it flash, or you'll hear it beep 3 times and flash orange. So we know that we're back to our factory programming code. And just to show you guys, we'll go ahead and try our first user code, which is 6372. So if I do this right, it'll flash green and you'll hear it clicking, signaling that it would unlock the door. So 6372 turns green, you hear the click, it unlocks. To lock the door, you just press the Schlage button. That would lock it. And we can try our code B, which is 8781. So we'll go ahead, 8781, flashes green, you hear the click, and then from there you can go ahead and press Schlage and it would lock the door. So now we are back to factory settings. So that is how to restore it back to factory. So let's say that you want to change the programming code. What we're going to do is we are going to enter our original factory code, which for us was 476353. It'll flash 3 times and turn orange. You're going to press this button and then press 3. You're going to hear it beep 3 times. then you're going to enter a new 6-digit code. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll hear it flash, or you'll hear it beep and flash, and then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll turn green. Now we have set our programming code to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll go ahead and try our old one again, which was 4, 7, 6, 3, 5, 3. Oh, and it doesn't work anymore. So once you try to enter any 4 numbers, it'll flash red because now that code no longer works. So if we start entering our programming code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now we're back to normal. Now we're going to go ahead and get out of that and try it one more time. 4, 7, 6, 3. The second you get to that 4th number, it'll flash red. That lets you know that your original programming code no longer works. It'll only let you type in 6 numbers as long as they're in the correct series for the programming code. It's important to note that, as I'm going to teach you something in just a moment. So to carry over from what I was just saying, when you want to set a new user code, you have to make sure that the 4 digits are not part of the same series as your programming code. So to have that make more sense, if your programming code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your user code cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason why is because if your programming code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the lock is going to know this is a series. So if you try to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, the lock is going to, basically be waiting for 5 and 6, as it knows that's part of its programming series. So whatever the first 4 digits of your programming code are, they cannot be the same 4 digits for a user code. So just to note that, if you guys run into problems where this will flash red through the video, in any of the steps, it'll be because you're trying to use the same code or the same series as your programming code. So I just wanted to note that here before we move forward. So let's say that you want to disable all of the user codes. You will want to do this if you are leaving, on vacation and you don't want anybody to get into your home. Maybe you have dog walkers and people that you might have forgotten to say, hey, don't go in there. You might have your alarm set and they might not know it. So if you want to go ahead and just temporarily disable all of the codes until you get back, all you have to do is enter your user code, which now we have set to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll flash. You will press the Schlage button one time, and then you will press number 4. It'll turn green. Now all of the user codes are not going to work. So right now our user code is still the 6372. So 6372, and it's not going to work. It is disabled. Now to go ahead and re-enable all of the codes, back to normal, all you have to do is just enter your programming code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we'll go ahead and, because my memory is terrible for some reason, 6372. So, and you hear the click, and now all of the codes are back to normal. So that is just what you want to do if you head out on vacation, or for some reason you don't want anybody to get into the home. And if everybody has, a code and you're going to be gone and you're not going to be able to watch over things, you can go ahead and do that temporarily, come back and reset them. That way you don't have to input a bunch of codes again. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Now, maybe you want to go ahead and erase all of the user codes and start from scratch. Maybe you just fired, your landscaping crew, or you had, work being done and you gave multiple people different codes, and you just want to go ahead and reset it and get rid of all of their codes and start over. So what you're going to do is enter your programming code, it'll flash. You'll go ahead and press the Schlage button, and then you'll press the number 6. You'll hear it flash. You'll go ahead and re-enter your programming code. It'll turn green. Now, none of the codes are going to work. So 6372 isn't going to work. So now that you've erased all codes, all you're going to have to do is press this and you'll be able to engage the lock. And in order to make the keypad work again, you're going to have to input your programming code and set a new user code, or as many new user codes as you want. So to add a new user code, all you're going to do is add your programming code in. So it'll flash just like that. You'll press the Schlage button and you'll press 1. It'll flash 3 times and you're going to go ahead and type in a new code. It cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll type in 4, 3, 2, 1. It'll flash. Then you'll go ahead and enter it one more time. It'll turn green. Now our new user code is 4, 3, 2, 1. And you'll be able to unlock your door with the user code 4321. So that is how to add a user code. So let's say that you want to add a code in order to lock the door. So as of right now, the way that it sits, in order to lock the door, you just press the Schlage button and it would lock. Now, if you want to go ahead and prevent a lockout situation, you'll go ahead and add a code in order to lock the door. So to add a code to lock it, you'll go ahead and enter your programming code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll flash. You'll press the Schlage button. Then you will press the number 7. From here, it'll turn green. So now, in order to lock it, you'll have to enter your code, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll lock. Now, to unlock it, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is how you'll go ahead and lock and unlock the door if you don't want the quick action and risk a lockout situation. Maybe your kids are heading to school and they might not remember the code. They might not have a key. So just to prevent any lockout issues, you can go ahead and set that in order to prevent that situation. And last on the list is how to change the volume. So maybe you don't want to hear this beeping every time you lock and unlock the door. You know, maybe it's late at night and you don't want to wake up anybody, or you don't want to be loud, or maybe it just kind of annoys you. So to turn off the beeping sound, you'll go ahead and enter your code, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll press the Schlage button and the number 5. Now we'll go ahead and enter our code. Now it's silent and we've locked the door, and then 4, 3, 2, 1 unlocks the door. All that you're going to hear is the lock engage and disengage. Now, just to note, it will still make a sound when the battery is low. This is for emergency reasons. It's going to let you know. So the only time that you'll hear beeping will be from a low battery signal. You'll hear this high-pitched kind of a whine. It'll just kind of beep at you and let you know, hey, you know, change the battery. And on that note, I do recommend changing these quarterly throughout the year. So every 3 months or so, I would just go ahead and put a new battery in, as this is one of the most common reasons for lockout calls that I get for these types of locks is the batteries dying. Many people don't realize that these batteries, you know, they can wear out, especially on a front door. And especially in the summer months, batteries don't last in the heat. And you got to think, if this is on your front door and it's out there in the sun all the time, it's going to get pretty hot inside, and it can cause your battery to prematurely, you know, become deceased. So I would recommend changing these every 3 months just to be safe. That way you never have a lockout situation where you get home, one late night and you enter your code and it flashes at you and it just doesn't open. So hopefully this video was helpful and you guys learned something. If you did and you guys want to learn more about locksmithing and lockpicking and you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. As always, I hope you guys are staying safe. Good luck on your projects and your jobs, and I hope you guys have a nice day.